Okay, so boom. So if you want to understand the beef between Disney and DeSantis, I'm going to break it down for you one time for the one time. So back when Governor DeSantis had put together his Don't Say Gay bill, which you don't even say that, I read it. It's one sentence. But anyways, Disney was like, we don't even know why you playing with the public like that. Like, we don't really think that's cute. That's not how we get on over here. So, that's just our opinion. We're just going to let you know. And so Governor DeSantis was like, oh, you don't think my idea is cute? Cool. I don't think the fact that you got your own special district is cute. I don't think that's cute because y'all just over here doing what y'all want to do. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and break this little situation up. The only problem is, I don't know if he did his research all the way before he did that, because kind of find out, once he was going to take their district away from them, it was going to come out of his pockets, and I don't think he wanted to pay for that. So he kind of took it back on that one, was like, oh, never mind, I don't think that's how we want to move. Now, this to deal with the special district. So back in 1965, when Disney first came to Florida, they was like, hey, Florida, check this out. We don't have a problem putting our palace over here, but we need y'all to treat us better than they're treating us out there in California, because in Anaheim, we don't have control over our district, and so it's all kind of ghetto motels and gas stations and stuff around our kingdom, and it's not giving the aesthetics that we're looking for. So if we come to Florida, we just want to have control over our district so we can make sure it's aesthetically pleasing, and we're gonna get it popping around here. So they put together a little board, it was like 5 people, and those people is basically like they board of supervisors, where they control, like, who's taking care of the fire department and then all the bills and all that kind of stuff, whatever. So they've been rocking and clocking and doing whatever they need to do up until like 2022, when they started getting into this beef with DeSantis. So back to the beef. So DeSantis was like, okay, since I can't take y'all special district from y'all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of y'all board that y'all had making all the decisions, and I'm gonna put my own people in the board, and they gonna make the decisions for y'all. So we'll just do it like that. That way we can have some checks and balances around this piece. And Disney was like, okay, cool, no problem. So before that DeSantis put his board in place, the Disney board had met like right before that, and it was public. They had public announcements. They said what they was gonna do. They put the information out there, and what they did was they swindled DeSantis and his people. What they basically did was they put their property in King Charles and them name. Disney and their lawyers, they got slick, and they was like, okay, no problem, you want to take away our kingdom, we got something for you. So they called up King Charles. I don't know if they called him, but basically they was like, hey bro, we finna put our property in your granddaughter name. Okay, little bit. When was she born? 2021? Cool. And they use the rules against perpetuity. So boom, the way the rule works is that a person can only control their land or have influence over their land or their property for the life of a living person at the time that they put the restrictions in place, plus 21 years after that person passed. So they put it in Lilibet name, right? Because Lilibet was born in 2021. So let's just say, by God's grace, Lilibet lived to be like 75, 78, whatever, right? And she passed. So whatever rules and restrictions Disney put in place, they go all through a little bit life, and then plus 21 years after she gone. That's over 100 years. And so that's how they swindled them. And so DeSantis was like, oh, you think you funny? Okay, cool. So let's get rid of your little board, and then we're going to go ahead and go to court and fix this. After Disney had made this little move, the board that DeSantis had put together, they get to work, and they're like, okay, we finna start making all these changes. And then they start reading the paperwork, and they're like, oh, the way Disney wrote this paperwork, we can't do no work. Like, what y'all talk about? And so DeSantis got mad, and he was like, okay, now it's really smoke in the streets. Like, we finna get rid of everything Disney thought they was gonna do. Like, we need to find a loophole, find a way to get rid of all these rules that Disney didn't put in place, because we're not finna play these games with them. And that's what Disney was like, okay, baby, enough is enough. At this point, we finna go to court, okay? We didn't got creative as we can be, and you still wanna play games. So you know what? We're gonna take it to court. And so they basically suing DeSantis under their First Amendment right. And what they saying is like, he is blocking our freedom of speech because he mad at us because we said we didn't like his bill. And the whole point of the First Amendment is that people, and quite frankly corporations, should be allowed to say when they don't like what the government got going on. That's the whole reason why y'all ancestors came over here in the first place, because they was done with the king, because they was like, no, the government is not going to keep playing in our faces the way they was playing in our faces over there in Great Britain, so we just gonna change the routine or whatever. So Disney is like, no, DeSantis is violating our First Amendment right, because technically a corporation is considered a person when it comes to government stuff, especially because we give people money. Giving people money, like politicians and stuff, money and like donating to that, that's considered speech. And so if that's considered speech, then us saying like, we don't like what he said about the Don't Say Gay bill, that's considered speech too, and you cannot be blocking our speech like that. So when it comes to giving money, believe it or not, Disney has been giving more money than a little bit to the Republicans for quite a minute. But 2022, they was like, okay, ain't nobody getting a check. Bump it. Since y'all want to be funny, since DeSantis want to be funny and play with us, we're not giving the Republicans no money. So they gave about this much in money for the Republican Party. They've been giving about this much in money to the Democrats for a minute, but it made more sense for them to support Republicans anyway, because typically Republicans support businesses. But in this case, Disney is like, nope, DeJoyner don't even like corporations. He don't like businesses. Like, that is so not Republican, because why is he bothering us like that? Why he picking on us? And you can't just be picking on us. Mind you, you can't say you not just picking on us, because you done said on multiple occasions to the people that you sick of us and you got a problem with us. And so everything you doing right now is because you mad at us. That's against our First Amendment rights. So they finna take it to court, and we're gonna see what happens from there. Y'all team Disney or team DeSantis? Let me know in the comments.